Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live session. So, guys, let's quickly take a look at some of the things happening in Nigeria. Like you can see, that Tinubu is still whether in France or in the United Kingdoms because we're told that he has moved from France. So nobody knows. We haven't heard from him. Is he still in France while Nigeria is at a brink of collapse? Like you can see, this headline says that new terror group Mahmuda emerges in north central Nigeria. They've even pied 15 vigilantes and others. And you know, in Nigeria, when they tell you others, that means there is additional figure to these 15. So, guys, a whole lot is happening, especially at such a time when the president is not in the country. Nobody has heard from him from the time that, they've been this spy in the north, in Plateau, to be precise, and in Benue State. Nobody has heard from him. Not until this news now started breaking out. You can see that this is a new headline saying that a new terror group, Mahmuda, has emerged in northern Nigeria, and they've already started buying people. So, guys, a whole lot is left to be discussed. This is coming at a time when the Nigerian military has granted another set of Bokoharam, amnesty. They've graduated them. They said they've de-radicalized them, and they want to reintroduce them back into the society. You know that it wasn't long when we had about 800 Boko Haram fighters that were granted pardon, de-radicalized, and, they were all brought back into the society. And now again, we are seeing this figure. This is almost 400. The previous one was about 800. This is not the first time, neither is it the second time that the Nigerian army has, engaged itself in granting this pardon. People are wondering, why do they grant this pardon when their victims are still suffering from all that they went through at the hands of these Boko Haram fighters? I'm going to be sharing a video with you just for you to see moments they were being graduated, from being Boko Haram fighters to new brown people. Now, this human rights lawyer has reacted to this news, and let me read out what he wrote here. He said, "We are spending billions of naira in the reintegration and rehabilitation of repentant terrorists, while their victims are left to lick their wounds in the IDP camps as refugees. Why this discrimination? Are we saying that some Nigerians are superior to others?" That's the question. You can imagine that these Boko Haram members, they've fired so many people, they've displaced so many people. We have IDP camps. Do you know how many states in Nigeria that has IDP camps? Numerous. Somebody took his time last time to list out all the states that have IDP camps. You'll be shocked the extent to which these people have displaced not just the Boko Haram this time, the Fulani herdsmen, the number of people that have been displaced from their original homes to IDP camps. Many children do not have future. Now, Boko Haram members are being rehabilitated and also granted amnesty, as in possibly they will give them money because that's their norm. While letting them go, they'll give them money to go and restart their lives and then reintroduce them back into the society. So, guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. Sometimes people think, is it better to take to crime? Because the government will be more lenient with you if you take to crime than when you stand out as a patriotic Nigerian who want to work hard and who want to, be good and be nice to Nigeria. The government will ignore you. The government, okay, somebody was saying that many people are in the prison, like some of these military men. When you are sent to a particular place and you didn't go, you'll be locked up and all that. Many military men are facing one prosecution or the other. We have people that have amputated legs, amputated hands as a result of these Fulani fighters. But today, not the Fulani fighters, the Boko Haram fighters, today they are being granted amnesty. So what happens to their victims? Have you taken time to see those military men who in the course of their duties, their legs were affected and they were amputated, their hands amputated. Some of them lost their lives. There is this video of an ex-military man, he shared it on Arise Television. He was talking about how they were sent to fight these guys, and they went there, they lost 68 of the Nigerian military men, and it was only God that saved his life. He was among those who survived. And when they came to the camp, they were asked to go back again, and it appears they tried to reject or to refuse, and they were now not just dismissed, sentenced to death. After being sentenced, they were now like being granted pardon and were given 10 years, imprisonment before Falana took up the case, and they were now dismissed. So guys, what happened to all these people that have got to go through all this? Now, let me allow you to take a look at the video moment these people were being granted, will I call it amnesty? They are being let go. Nigeria remains a joke.
Nigeria. Another batch of repentant combatants passed through the touch of self-conviction with a promise not to participate in any activity that is counter to the unity of the country.
Reflect back, I see that what I'm doing is not good. That is why I felt to just repent to the Almighty God and leave what I'm doing. It's better for me to stay in peace with everybody.
These are the 390 individuals who have entered the walls of Operation Safe Corridor through Nigeria's non-kinetic approach, which started in 2015 and its operation stretching beyond the northeast.
Go through a well-structured de-radicalization, rehabilitation, and reintegration program.
The process saw through the transformation of these individuals that are ready to partake in nation building.
I'm confident that based on the therapeutic interventions this set of clients have undergone under the proficiency and watchful eyes of the local treatment team, as well as the Big 5 infantry tools that was administered to them, they have been inculcated with positive virtues.
However, the stories of the resurgence of activities of these groups are begging for answers if the program is relevant in tackling insurgency.
We need to redouble our efforts. If you go to sleep, even if your enemy doesn't want to attack you, he will attack you. And so the military is doing very well. The various agencies are doing very well. The state governments are collaborating with everybody. But we need to double our efforts.
Prayer that as we reintegrate them into their respective societies, they will use whatever they have gained here for the benefit, or for their own benefit and also for the benefit of their community.
Meanwhile, more federal government agencies such as the National Emergency Agency have joined in the fight through the non-kinetic approach.
At the point of their reintegration into the society, so the National Emergency Management Agency comes in and provides the necessary relief, which will serve as a support for them and their families before they are able to get a source of livelihood and then get properly settled in their various societies.
For the stakeholders, the country's non-kinetic approach is working and needs the support of all stakeholders to tackle issues of insurgency, banditry, and youth restlessness in the country. Chika Udemko, EIT News, Gombe.
So guys, you have seen it. These are the questions Nigerians are asking. What happens to the victims of these people? These fighters, did you see their numbers? Almost 400 persons, 390 persons. Last time it was about 800. Now we have almost 400. Before you know it, now in the next 3-4 months again, they will come up with another set. So people who have fight, so many people, they've fight Nigerian military men. Remember the former CDS, Chief of Defense Staff, the man from, I think from Kaduna, that died. Have you forgotten? Because we were told that his jet was targeted by these terrorists. Today, they are being granted amnesty. They are being let go. They are being reintroduced back into the society, taxpayers' money. And now this human rights lawyer is asking what happens to their victims. The same thing is happening among the Fulani headsmen. Nobody is prosecuting them, no arrest. Even if they arrest them, they will just display on the video, just show them that people will see and think that, oh, they've been arrested. What happens? They will be released the next moment, because it is believed that these people are more superior than every other Nigerian. That's the belief of these politicians, honestly. That's their belief.
I would like you to clear, in fact, make sense of this to Nigerians, because a lot of people are eager to know where we are heading to.
There is nothing to make sense of, because there is no sense in all these things. There is no sense at all, because the people that are doing this are well known. I have told you here that Tinubu is not a Nigerian president. He's the northern president. He wants to protect them and whatever they are doing. That's why he knows all this and he has not said a word. He knows all of them. Is that they are Fulani herdsmen. Even the northern leader, they are aware. So why not call them out? Why not punish them for what they are doing? Some people came here and told you how they brought the terrorists into this country. Were they prosecuted? Were they reprimanded? So on what basis now will anybody come and be breaking it? It is the people you brought here. They said anybody who goes to the bush to go and fetch firewood that is ants infested. Ants. Of all the firewood, you want to go and carry the one that is filled with ants. So will you be surprised if lizards come for a party in your compound? Because they are coming to feast on those ants. So what are you saying? We invited them here and nobody saw anything wrong with that. Up to today, the people that brought this nuisance to us, they have not called them out. So what does that tell you? We cannot make a mention name. We can't call out name. Meanwhile, we know them. We know them. The people that are doing all these things. We know them. They will know where they come from. Their ethnicity, their religion and all that. Even their origin. Yet, you have a president. Can one terrorist go to that place he is now and operate for 24 hours without being brought down? I mean, one. Not to talk of army of terrorists invading a country. We now have almost 4 of them operating in Nigeria. When he made that statement, it was only Bokoharam, which they created. Now we now have 4 of them coming in here because the ground is fertile. The ground is so easy for them to operate.
So I would like you to.
So guys, the threat that these people are posing on this country is unimaginable. And the worst part is that Tinubu has chosen to be quiet. Tinubu has chosen to be quiet. Let me share this video of, I don't know if you have heard about Tuji. Tuji is one of the bandits in Zamfara, Sokoto area. The Nigerian military has not been able to arrest him. They told us that he walks on the ground, he moves on the ground, he hikes on the ground. Tuji has been one of the biggest threats in the north. The Nigerian military, upon all they claim their efficiency, their power, their strength, they've not been able. Now, this Tuji released a video. Let me share it with you guys, threatening the peace of this country. And nobody will go for them. If it's somebody from the east, this is Tuji and his men.
Kuma ba gidan wani an ka zo ba balle a ce suna fa kiwo ga tudu aka halbe ga ranan Allah a faɗa mana wannan kiyayya da kake muna ka zo ka faɗi ra'ayin.
Nigerians, there is war in this country. I mean, real war happening in Nigeria, and Tinubu is silent. Nobody wants to. So this video has music attached to it. I don't really want to play the music, but I just wanted to take a look at, are these Boko Haram fighters? Are they headsmen? They were having their guns, dancing. You can imagine this jihad they are talking about is no longer joke. You see this population, these are people who do not understand any other language, if not to buy people. Look at them dancing with their guns. The security agencies will not tell us they don't know where they are. You can see them in their camouflage. If an ordinary citizen wears this, they will look for you and deal with you. Now, these guys are wearing all this, daring the federal government. You can see it. carrying their guns, dancing and celebrating. This is how one day they will overrun this country. They will overrun this country if the Nigerian military will not sit up to do the needful. You know, okay, the person who tweeted this tweet, I saw it on Twitter. The person was saying that if Nigerian army is to bomb these people now, the next thing the Northerners will say is that civilians were bombed, civilians were targeted, as if these are civilians. So, guys, there are a whole lot of conflict. In short, ending insurgency in Nigeria is going to be very difficult because some of these leaders, they are in support of this. Okay, since the Sultan of Sokoto made comments about social media is a terrorist organization, and he also said the spying of people in the north, those spying those people in the north are unknown. Do you know what? Nigerians went to start pulling up some of the statements that the Sultan made about Boko Haram then, like supporting them, you know? They now start pulling those things and began to post it. So you find out that deep in the hearts of some of the northern leaders, they are in support of this Boko Haram, but they cannot come out boldly to say it. And that is why they are posing this real threat to the country. And the worst part is that we have a president who cannot speak. Tinubu is all about his political ambition has overshadowed anything he can do for Nigeria. Tinubu does not want to take chances of anything that will make the North to say, oh, we will not vote for it, because he's really heavily relying on the North. Don't forget that in Lagos, he lost to Peter Obi. Is it where else? If he could lost in the Southwest, where else will he be going? He's hoping that the North, although Tinubu is not depending on real elections, because he believes that with INEC, the judiciary, the deal is done. That's why he's not providing us with, dividends of democracy. Because if these people are conscious of coming back again or being re-elected, they will want to work hard to satisfy the people. You know, now, in case you don't know, World Bank has released how many billions of dollars for borrow to the Tinubu's government. Now, World Bank has released that money. And somebody tweeted and said, Tinubu is in France or whether the UK receiving treatment. If Tinubu had even used all the money he has borrowed, they said what Tinubu has borrowed just within the space of time, PDP in 60 years did not borrow it, even including Buhari. Tinubu has so much borrowed to the point that people were like, the person who tweeted a tweet about this was saying that even if it was just hospitals that he built across the states, nobody will be calling Tinubu name. But this one, they will not give you hospital, they will not give you schools, they will not give you good roads, they will not give you security, they will not give you water, they will not give you housing, they will not give you anything. Look at unemployment, look at, everything is just, inflation is just keeps spiking and all that. The latest reports now says inflation has increased. There is no decrease. How will it decrease when farmers cannot go to the farm, when all these threats, Fulanis are killing people, the government is not proactive, they are not taking any measure to stop it? How do you expect that inflation will not keep rising? So it means that to even worsen the situation is that with the trade war that Trump has instigated in the USA against other countries, Trump is also working on, making America to produce more oil. That has made the oil price to sink. As I'm talking to you now, analysts are raising alarm that Nigeria is going to be in serious crisis, because when oil prices fall, in short, Tinubu's brain will be cracking because they won't be able to even pay salaries. Don't forget that Nigeria is using almost all its revenue to service debt. And then they are struggling. Some of this money they borrow is what they use to pay salaries. And the worst part is that they cannot cut their salary. When I mean salaries, not the 70K minimum wage of an ordinary worker. Think how much the lawmakers are going home with. Think how much the senators are going home with. All the allowances and their normal salaries and all the ones they collect behind the scene and all that. Then you think of people like Tinubu. Like now, Tinubu is on life pension as a former governor. Tinubu is on life pension as a former senator. Tinubu's wife is on life pension as a former senator. And Tinubu is now president. If he leaves now, he will still be on life pension as a president. He collects all this money and still Tinubu is not satisfied. Tinubu is not satisfied. Look at all what is happening in the country today. When we talk about bad roads, Tinubu's ear doesn't get to that, but he's building coastal highway from Calabar to Lagos because that one is going into their pocket. Remember, it's a company to which he is a part. His family is a part. Is that company that is handling this project? They are channeling money to that project and leaving roads in a messy situation, and those roads have been enabling all these bandits in kidnapping people, because when people get to potholes and all those bad roads, you slow down, and before you know it, they are out of wherever. And then the security agencies have been accused, especially the military, have been accused of allowing their checkpoints to be used by these bandits to collect ransom and all that. And like recently we talked about how it was said that the DSS, their tracking device, they use it to protect all these people for cash. You must have seen that headline. So a whole lot. See, if Nigeria is going to get it right, we need the kind of leader who is not ready to compromise. Because all these people you see, like Tinubu, they are not ready to sacrifice. Tinubu wants to cash out and leave. You can imagine, that's just what he wants to do. And you see people like Wike, they are emulating him, because guess what? Like Wike was trying to emulate Tinubu. When he left Rivers State as the governor, he said he put his structure on ground. That was exactly what Tinubu did in Lagos. And Tinubu's structure has been sustained all these years. That's why Tinubu is not in power, but he dictates what happens in Lagos. He dictates who becomes the next governor, who becomes the speaker, who becomes who in Lagos State, even though he's no more there, because of the structures he put on ground. That was exactly what Wike wanted to do. He placed his structure according to him, and with that structure, he will have access to the funds, he will have access to the politics of the states and all that. But when Fubara saw this, he was like, no. If you watch Fubara, you listen to him very well. You always tell him that the resources of the state is going to be used for the betterment of the people of the state. He knows what he's talking, because what they are fighting for, if you have listened to Amechi said it's all about River State resources, money, and 2027. So Wike was trying to emulate Tinubu so that he will, even in Abuja, he can just package River State and give it to his preferred candidate during elections. And when Fubara distorted that arrangement, that is where the fight is coming from. So these politicians, they don't care about you and I, They don't care about you and I. It's all about them. Now, back to the insecurity we are facing in Nigeria. Have you forgotten that a list was given to Nigeria to prosecute those that were discovered to be sponsoring all this terror in Nigeria by UAE? Have you forgotten that? Until today, the Buhari's government told us they were going to work on that list, as in they were going to act on it, but till today they didn't. Now the Tinubu's government has come in. What is preventing Tinubu from looking into the list that UAE gave Nigeria? Why? That's the
list. Where is the list? People, these are things that are supposed to spark a national protest if we're a reasonable and sensible society. Let's make this a hashtag. Where is the list? I think former President Muhammadu Buhari has a lot to tell us. He owes us a lot. And we're appealing to President Tinubu now to help us ask, where is the list? It was under your watch that the United Arab Emirates sent a list of sponsors of terrorism. Up till today, we are yet to have anyone that is prosecuted. It was under your watch that the governor of Benue State, Otom, said that the government is working with Saudi, with Turkey and other countries towards Islamization. That is an indictive statement. I have not seen where Utom has been prosecuted in that regard. I have not seen any situation where he withdraw that comment. It was under your watch that the former boss of NIA, the retired Commodore Okunloye or something, came out to say that there are a lot of hardliners in this government that are working with this terrorist organization, people in the government that are working sponsors of this terrorism. The man is still alive. We're yet to see the list or hear any name mentioned in that regards. Nobody is yet to be prosecuted. Where is the list? Where is the list? See, the solution to our problem is already in the public domain. But what we keep doing is when it comes, it attracts momentum and all of a sudden is swept under the carpet. That is what we have been doing. But the solution is here. Hashtag, where is the list? It was still under your watch that Obida Melafia of Let the Blessed Memory came out to say that there is even a sitting governor that is a commander in this terrorist act. Where is the list? People, where is the list? Help me ask, where is the list? Until President Tinubu, if you can't provide that list to us, we want to assume you are colluding with the system as well. Where is the list, people? Hashtag, where is the list? Where is the list?
Where is the list? So, guys, this Nigeria, God, so many things are happening in this country. Another country helped to discover those sponsoring Boko Haram. Ask you prosecute them. See, today, they went and hid that list under the carpet. So that's to tell you that the government is very comfortable with what is happening. But it's sad that the lives of Nigerians are being taken away by these people. And every day they keep granting them amnesty. Granting them amnesty.
Nigeria, the way it is absolutely porous. It belongs to nobody.
If they can write to the Benue people to prepare for war, haven't infiltrated the southwest, the southeast, the south, and every other part of Nigeria, don't you think they might also be preparing to unleash mayhem, to take over those ancestral homes of the Jews or the Biafrans?
That has been Fulanized and Islamized. Kill them, take over their land has always been the vision of the Fulanis, and we know. And we have seen the handwriting on the wall. The other day, I heard that the Director General of DSS said that indigenous people, should prepare to defend themselves.
So, guys, what he's just trying to say is about the Fulani fighters. What is happening in Nigeria? You find out that there is really an agenda. There is an agenda against the people. And that is why Nigerians must not be quiet. Nigerians, we cannot be quiet, We must air our views. So I took you guys to Twitter so that we take a look at some of the reactions that Nigerians are giving. Like already, you must have seen this reaction from this human rights lawyer that I shared with you, where he's saying we are spending billions of naira in reintegrating and rehabilitation of repentant terrorists, while their victims are left to lick their wounds in the IDP camps as refugees. Why the discrimination? Are we saying that some Nigerians are superior to the others? That's the question. Why is it that if you take to criminality, you'll be forgiven, you'll be pardoned? But if you are a citizen, you are sitting in your house, and these people invaded your house and even shot you on the leg, guess what? If you don't even know what you are doing, they may even jail you, that they don't know where you got this wound from. That is it. So everybody is lending his or her voice to what is happening in Nigeria.
Today's victims were yesterday's survivors, and tomorrow's victims will be today's survivors. The question I always ask is, who is next? Yes, I ask you, who is next? The current people that have been killed in Play 2, they were once survivors. It was others that were killed. Today, they have become the victims, the numbers that nobody cares for. You and I are the current survivors. The question I will also ask is, who is next? Most of us selfishly believe that it's not going to be our turn, that we pray enough, that bad things only happen to other people. But let me tell you something. Bad things happen to everyone when nothing is done about the bad things happening. It's only a matter of time. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Those who have been killed will not be killed again. The next to be killed are those of us who are alive. And I ask you once again, who is next? God forbid, is that why you're saying, oh, you're covered in the blood of Jesus? Oh, inshallah, it will not happen to you. Do you think those people that have been killed were not also covered? They didn't also say inshallah, or they never expected that it to not happen to them. As long as we continue to be silent on these issues that are happening, these things will continue to go on. Let me tell you something. Our government, the Nigerian government and the terrorists are in the same WhatsApp group. They are in the same WhatsApp group. Then you now bring Tinubu's illegitimate administration. Let me tell every one of us, government is in continuum. Nigerian government is Nigerian government from 1960 to date is Nigerian government. Administrations come and go. People come within certain years and do. Right now we have Bola Ahmed Tinubu that rigged election and got himself to be sworn in as the president of the commander or as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and also commander-in-chief. But he doesn't care about protecting lives and property. He doesn't care about whether we are Nigerians are all killed or not. All he cares about is how he can have a board, how he can control the pulse of the nation, and how he can control, who gets into what, and that's exactly what he's doing. And let me tell every one of us, if we continue to have a sense of entitlement to fellow citizens' voices and fellow citizens' capacity to make demands, and not have a sense of entitlement to those that were elected into office and to those that rigged office, you understand? Then guess what? They will continue to do whatever they want. They will continue to get away with it. They will not bother.
So, guys, you have heard what Aisha is saying. So everybody is lending his or her voice, because of what is currently happening now in Nigeria. Because if we keep silent, she's trying to say that there were people who were quiet before now. And these people that were quiet when they died, these people that died recently didn't know it was going to be their turn next, until the bullets caught up on them. So what she's trying to say that you that is not affected today, don't just be quiet. You have to lend your voice. Don't say it does not concern you, because it does not concern somebody today does not mean it cannot concern the person tomorrow. So everybody, this is just like a collective job. Everybody should be involved. Everybody.
All the monies that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have borrowed within the less than 2 years, it's more than all the money that PDP for 16 years borrowed in the country. Now, what is the focus? Frivolities, as far as I'm concerned. If you identify an issue such as health, which is very critical, and demonstrate goodwill and channel those things there, 55 modern hospitals in Burkina Faso, just imagine having 36 plus the FCT, new modern hospital. You will know the president is focused towards tackling health issues. Absolutely. But that is not the case. So this is laughable and very unfortunate. Health practitioners are lamenting no good health package for them. But what do they chase? Doing Owambe, flying private jets and all that. It's very unfortunate, and it's so sad.
So, guys, he's trying to say that Tinubu has overborrowed. It's not as if they even use the money to build good hospitals or good schools or even do one significant thing. It's easy to convince Nigerians. Let Tinubu just do one thing for Nigerians. But they cannot, because their interest is above, the Nigerian people. That's just what they are indicating. Their own interest is more than that of the Nigerian people. And that is why they want to protect just their interest and their interest.
Our people, they connive with the Fulani. They perpetuate this criminality. They haven't done that because those who have been victims, those who have been kidnapped, they come out and they reveal what happened. And some of them, the masked, only put mask. Yeah, our local people in that midst. When they Fulani, they don't mask. They speak their language and you hear it. So, my brothers, I don't know that Go and tell your village. Any solution? Self-defense. You have a right to self-defense. We must rise to defend ourselves. Government has failed us. Government has failed us.
Yes, depending on your time zone and location. Because for this video, I want you to pay a very close attention to this update in Jiwebia. Pay attention to this update. This update has to do with the insecurity that is ravaging Southeast. The insecurity now happening all over part of Nigeria now. Wherever they exempted, the north, the south, the east, everywhere, even the west. The Fulani herdsmen are taking over Nigeria gradually, just like Mazen nnamdi Kanu predicted many years ago. Now, video I want to play now watching the book, a sitting senator of Enugu State, either Enugu North South, but I know his name is Okechukwu Ezia. I want you people to settle down. Go to speech you make it here concerning self-defense and insecurity that is happening in Enugu State. I hope maybe Governor Enugu State make this kind of bold statement, truthful statement, but this man have taken it upon himself that Noga expose everything. We want the way out, which is self-defense. Falling back to the same self-defense, Dr. Ngozi Arabweze declared after a month or two of her assuming office, and then those sabotaging her effort, sabotaging the struggle, but we're gonna have Biafrans, not your Ibushi in the by, not blah blah, called rubbish. About the same self-defense, can Governor of Benue State or Mufuang Biafra again. Look at the update dropped yesterday. Governor of Benue State, Awagon Dinkia, not for self-defense, but the only way. Look at the updates now. I don't go lie for you. Because this platform, if I know what they have brought to because yada. If I know what we don't sabotage, we don't hide any truth from anybody, and which is just the secret, the only way and solution to this insecurity that is happening. Now, I want you guys to listen to the statement of this sitting senator. If on one day Enugu states the youth about self-defense, the same self-defense, Dr. Ngozi Arabweze as the only way. She was the first person that made statement about this self-defense. Now, senators, these are people with power that can do. These are people who have a control of military under their palm. They are still falling back to self-defense. Government cannot save them. This man could hear that government has failed. So the only alternative now is self-defense. I will play you the video. You watch. I can hear direct from his mouth, so that they that self-defense. They are very good in noise making. From the mouth of this sitting senator, what he told Enugu State people that self-defense is the only way. Government they fail. On a government that sponsor terrorism to fight government in that place, man, very hard. Because this man exposed the secret that some people, some in-house, are collaborating with the Fulani herdsmen. And it is very true. All the kind of struggle now, if any now, some people have been paid to sabotage the efforts since the man Simon ever. So don't be surprised when a sitting senator that some people, some Ndibo are conniving, are planning, are making arrangements with the Fulani that are terrorizing the Southeast. He said it here. I will play you the video to watch. So Kabar watch this video from beginning to end. If fight government are easy, and the only way is self-defense. That is why his lawyers from saying anything. He wants to speak. And that is why today, because of his truthfulness, so many people are standing with him. Celebrate this senator, because all through my life, this is the first time I'm seeing somebody, a senator, that is speaking like very bold, like
to perpetuate this criminality. They have no nabo nuike. Or by your daughter, our people, on the they connive with on the Fulani to perpetuate this criminality. They have no nabo because those who have been victims, those who have been kidnapped, they come out and they reveal what happened. And some of them, the masked, only to mask. Yeah, but our local people in that midst. They don't mask. They speak their language and you hear it. So, my brothers, go and tell your village. Any solution? Self-defense. You have a right to self-defense. We must rise to defend ourselves. Government has failed us. Government has failed us. I've moved several motions. I've moved a motion on insecurity The last time people were killed in Nimbo, I came there physically. I came to commiserate with the families. I got to the Senate. I moved the motion. It was approved. The Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance followed it up. The IG of Police has that resolution. The Chief of Army Staff has that resolution. The Director of DSS has that resolution. Nothing has been done. Many state governments are not waiting for federal government any longer.
Yeah, of course.
Federal government security system, the police, the DSS, the what do you call it, civil defense, because the so-called Fulani people and herdsmen or bandits, they are not spirits. We can't be complaining every day. They'll come and kill our people. Haba. So, because on the buying,
So, guys, you've heard some of the things he said. So he's just trying to say that people connive with these Fulanis. You know, like in the southeast, he said some of the villagers are conniving with them to perpetrate this evil, to help them. You know, but he's warning that people should sit up. People should sit up because one of the people that came out recently was saying that some of these chiefs, they collect money from the Fulani. Even Fulanis made video. They say anywhere they go, they settle the chiefs so that their cows can have its way. And at the end of the day, the cows will end up destroying people's crops. And now Nigeria is about to go broke. Oil price is going down. You know, we haven't diversified. That was actually what Peter Obi was saying. Diversify production from consumption to production. Not only oil money, oil money, oil money. Now, oil money is going to crash. Nigeria is going to have it very difficult because we did not try to, you know, a kind of diversify before this thing strikes. Now, Trump has taken over. With Trump's government, for these 4 years, oil prices are going to be coming down, down, down. You know, because Trump is all about the American interest. He wants his people to be able to afford it. He wants companies to come into the United States and begin to build all this and that, you know. And Trump is an energy guy. So all these oil prices are going to come down. And you know what that is going to mean for the Nigerian government. Now, these terrorists are everywhere, making farmers not to go to the farm. Tinubu is busy cruising in France. Nobody is there to checkmate these people. I mean, you've seen some of the numbers where they were dancing with their guns. Can imagine if you have these people troop into Nigeria in their numbers. They will not spare anybody. And that is why we almost sit up at this time and begin to call a spade a spade, honestly. We have to sit up, call a spade a spade. We can't allow these people to just overrun this country. You know, some of them are not even Nigerians. Now, you saw the governor of Plateau State say 64 communities taking over. 64 communities. Tell me, how on earth will he be able to restore those communities back to the original owners? You see how our governors are very complacent with IDP camps everywhere. They are okay with it. Nobody is working hard to restore these people back to their society, to their community. So, guys, I'm going to end this video here. Well, you have seen it. Colossal failure for those who are thinking that ethnicity and religion has done us. When you see where it landed us, some people say, over my dead body, I will not vote for Peter Obi. Now you have voted for Tinubu without any, you know, will I call it, without any plan. Like Obasanjo said, Tinubu came to power without plan, without any plan. See where we are. Insecurity bad, economy bad, unemployment bad. You don't even talk of prices of things. Inflation is spiking. Nothing is working under the Tinubu's government. And that is why we almost sit up. Elections are already drawing close. You know, Tinubu has not even concluded his second year out of the 4 years. They're already doing campaigns. Somebody shot a video and was saying, airport road, everything is Tinubu's banner for 2027. They've not given Nigerians any dividend of democracy, but their banner is everywhere for 2027. And Tinubu knows that he cannot win this election. The only thing he's going to use INEC. He's going to use a judiciary to confirm whatever INEC is going to do. So, guys, a whole lot on the table. And I tell you, if we want this country to change, we all, our hands must be on deck to change this country. So guys, I don't know what you make of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The Bokoharam people being granted amnesty, what do you think about that? This is not the first time, it's not the second, it's not the third. It has been happening, on a regular note. And I don't know if the military have sat down, if they have sat down to really think, letting these Fulani fighters go, has it helped Nigeria? Or why not them? Prosecute them, let them know that what they did is wrong, because they've ended lives of people, they've displaced people, they've stopped many children from going to a school. Have you forgotten those Chibok girls that were kidnapped then? Many of them till now, about 96 of them are yet to return. So you can imagine, who knows if they are alive or they are dead? Nobody knows. So you can imagine what families have got to go through throughout all this period. We have the worst of president, or do you call it leadership in this country, and that is why things are getting worse. So we are going to close this session.
Tinubu, you're not just a terrible president, you're a very wicked president. Imagine, with the killing going on in this country every day, you still have the mind to stay in Paris without making any comment or coming back to this country to address the nation. Tinubu, you're such a wicked president and a heartless man. I mean, they talk, I mean, flag boy, aka, you talk, you go die, you no talk, you still die. Tinubu, you are so wicked. You wicked, Tinubu. You too wicked. Stand and they kill people every day, you still get mine. You there for France. Tinubu, you wicked. Every day they kill people for this country. See killing will happen for Plateau State. You know, even if you still come out, come talk, Tinubu, you still there France, they enjoy. I see your Pekin there for club with Bonner Boy the other day. Tinubu, are you a human being? You be human being, Tinubu. You be human being. You are a wicked man. You too wicked. You're not just a terrible president. Tinubu, you are a wicked man. You are a heartless man. People, now every day they keep people now for this country. You know if you come and come talk. You know if you address the country. You know if you don't care. As you and your family they enjoy, Tinubu, you don't care. You know send. But they just they kill us, they waste us. See killing for every day. See mass burial every day for Benue State. People they cry, Nigerians they cry. They talk about insecurity. Tinubu, you know if you show concern. You're a wicked man. Tinubu, you are too wicked.
So guys, yes, that's it for today's live session. Thank you very much for joining me. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and also subscribe to the channel to support us, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for joining. See you next time. Bye.